All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm your host of the most KirPodcast. We're out here in this thing. In this video, what we're going to talk about the 3 games that are coming to May 2023 Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. What we're also going to talk about is Sony and what they got going on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go, baby. All right, let's talk about the 3 games that are going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch Online. We have Super Mario Advance, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island. Basically, Super Mario World, also known as Super Mario Advance 2, Yoshi's Island, also known as Super Mario Advance 3. We have 3 Mario Adventures are on the way to Nintendo Switch Online, the expansion pack. Now, I know some of you are going to say we can play this other ways currently now, the games that these derive from, which is true. But at least it's giving us something out of nowhere. They bulking up the Nintendo Switch Online library. I think that's pretty cool. I think out of nowhere they came and they hit us with it. I think it's a good thing. I know some of y'all gonna say, well, what are they gonna do next, or why didn't they announce it? Hey man, I'm cool whether they announce it or not. If they just drop this on us, it's supposed to be out May 26th, which is later this week. I think it's good to get more cluck for your buck. I think this is a good thing. Comment section below, have you played any one of these games before? And I guess the next biggest question is, are you happy with the games that they're putting out currently for Nintendo Switch Online? Because I know people always complain, not enough games or not the games that I want. Next topic, we're going to talk about Sony. Sony basically letting people know that they trying to raise money and get their funds up, probably, I say around about $7 billion. That's right, $7 billion. I know what you're probably saying to yourself. Oh, that's a lot of money. Man, they could just acquire some more studios. What studios should they acquire? What do we think that they will acquire? Now, we know Microsoft got Bethesda and all that stuff about $7 billion. Who are they going to buy for $7 billion? Now, this is my thought process, and a lot of me and other people, we don't see eye to eye on this. Sony makes more than just the PlayStation 5. I know some of y'all believe they only make the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 1. I know they have a part of their company that does gaming. But when I think about it, I also think about Sony as a visual company. Just TVs, phones, and for me personally, cameras. Sony makes good cameras. They compete with Canon, other companies, but mainly Sony and Canon going back and forth. I think that it's good to get some more stuff in their fold, get more things that they can look at other than just gaming. I think with this money, they're gonna probably acquire some studios that we never heard of, try to get them while while the price is low, and go ahead and get them out there. But I also think they're gonna put a little bit more development in other things. Could be AI. I mean, AI right now is big. Google's on that big, NVIDIA's right now on that big. I think AI would be great. I do think the camera division gonna use a little boost. I know people are gonna say that's not true, but again, at the end of the day, you're trying to get more cluck for your buck in the things that you do. They probably could be trying to sit up there and get little extra dollars to work on that PS6, which we know, eventually some point, maybe 3 or 4 years, we'll be hearing about it. If not the rumors that we're already hearing now. Also, maybe they could be trying to figure out better ways or better games for that VR2 headset, which costs more than a PS5. Oops, did I say that? Oh, I did out loud. It's just one of those things where I think to yourself, first of all, in the comment section below, what do you believe Sony is going to invest their money in? Second of all, do you think, or do you know that Sony makes more than just the PS5? Because some of y'all stuck on that. It was going back and forth. I'm like, it's other things they can put their money in, man. I think we can't just get caught up in gaming. We got to look at it as a whole. We got to look at AI, look at everything else that's coming out. Because Sony is trying to sit there and get their funds up. Because as we know, at some point in time, eventually Microsoft Activision deal will go through. So they need to be able to keep kicking out the hits. And if we're being honest, Sony makes better games than Microsoft. Microsoft has got all the money. They just that rich kid in the room that can buy everything. Sony is the more creative company, especially when it comes to games. And also, Sony, just we being honest, they make better stuff sometimes. When we talk about gaming, let me be clear, when we talk about gaming, sometimes they make better stuff. And I think we all can agree with that assumption, somewhat, shape, form, or fashion. But anyway, you could have been anywhere else, but decided to kick me. I want to thank you. I want to say I appreciate you. I want to let you know about the things that was on my mind, the things that we're discussing over the weekend, I was like, you know what? We should have just a mini little conversation about this because I think this is something serious. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about cell phones. I got to touch into that one more time because I have something a little great with a few things. But we're going to talk about that. Plus, there's some more gaming news. I just need to get a little bit more information on it that I will bring to you tomorrow. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And I catch you tomorrow. Peace. I'm out.